George, Nick said that it's not a must-win, but it feels like a must-win. Would you say?
Nick is pretty wise for his age, so yeah, I'll give him that. I think that feels good. Like I don't really want to be 2-4, and being 3-3 is significantly better than that. So yes, I'm with him.
Has there been any mantra, motto over the last 2 days since that loss, just in the locker room of getting guys back on track?
Not really. I mean, yesterday was a total off day, so guys are getting body work and stuff like that. It's not like we didn't have a meeting really. It's just more about like today's mindset is like how you went on Thursdays is your mindset. Like, are you locked into the game plan? Can you handle 2 days of install in 2 hours? Half the walkthrough, half the time for your body. Like, can you handle all that mentally? And the team, whoever handles that better, is usually the team who wins. What have I seen in the red zone? I mean, I can't really give you a reason why we haven't struggled. I don't know if guys aren't getting open. I don't know what it is. I know that we have usually done pretty well in the red zone in the past. Coach is calling plays for us to, he's giving everybody different opportunities to go score, and whether they're coming out in different looks. I know one week, I can't remember what team it was. It's either the Rams or the Patriots. Like, when we got down to the red zone, they came out in a completely different coverage than they played the entire season in the red zone. So, like, teams are just giving us different looks sometimes. So when you have an entire game plan based off of that, then it, like, kind of whittles your game plan down to the 20 plays you had to, like, hey, you're only around, like, 3 of these plays now. So that happens sometimes, but I think I haven't seen a red zone game plan yet. I usually install that tomorrow, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty good.
Is that happening more and more? Teams showing you things that they haven't put on tape yet?
I would say we've played 5 games, right? I think like 2 of the teams we've played this year have given us completely different coverages in some certain situations. Like, hey, this team, they're strictly quarters on third down, and then they came out and played us in cover 3 the entire time. So it's just like and we have like plays for that, but like you're preparing to see what they've ran 95% of the time. So yeah, teams have done that. Teams have done it in the past too. Like, we've had games where, hey, they're 4 down, they're occasionally 5 down, and then they came out play 6 down on the line of scrimmage from the start. So it's like we've learned to kind of had to game plan for, hey, this team usually does this, but we're going to prepare for all the 6 down fronts, we're going to prepare for the 5 down fronts. And so then you're kind of trying to prepare for all those situations, but really trying to prepare for what they usually do and then just be ready for what they do randomly.
In the last 2 losses, there have been points in the game where the team was still playing pretty well. Does that provide any reassurance, or is that just extra frustration?
I don't know about either. I would just say that we've been in the lead, and versus the Rams we didn't close it, and then versus the Cardinals we didn't score in the second half, and we had multiple turnovers. And then I think we had 4 turnovers if you include the stop on turnover on down. So it's not very good football by us. And I feel like if we just stay on the field and convert one of those into a score, we win both those games. So just on the offense to really finish these games.
George, you guys have won some big games in Seattle. What kind of confidence does that give you going into this one? And did you get to keep the silver platter from last year's?
They took that platter away from me. I actually got into the locker room. I will say the turkey did get eaten. It was pretty incredible how many people actually ate that thing. But they took that back, and then I didn't get access to that again. I think for the core group of guys that have been here who have won in Seattle, I think we've made it pretty clear, and Kyle made it pretty clear too by just showing our last couple games that we've been up there, just how incredibly difficult of an environment it is playing. It's one of my favorite places to play because of their crowd, and 1, it's a night game. 2, it's an incredibly loud field. 3, they hate us, and so it's extra loud, and I absolutely love that. It's one of the best environments in football, specifically for the 49ers. And so I think the vets who have played there, plus Coach Shanahan showing those things, it hopefully got the younger guys who've never played there or guys who've not played there as a 49er into the mindset of, hey, this is a very difficult situation. You have to be really on top of everything. It's silent count. A lot of the stuff on offense is just communication stuff because you can't really hear it from everything. So we have to be really on all that stuff if we want to go out and execute, which has been something we haven't done very well in the second half of these last couple of games. So hopefully we can figure that out through these next 4 walkthroughs that we have before we play a football game.
George, you're big on meditation and mindset. Do you rely on that a little more in a short week?
Say that one more time.
You're big on meditation and mindset, and obviously you guys are routine oriented. Do you rely on that core belief, I guess, anymore on a short week?
Ooh, it's a good question. I would say kind of like I definitely want to start my day with it. You know, Kyle does a great job. We have a late start on this day because all he cares about is us sleeping because we're trying to get our bodies right. So when you have that extra time in the morning, not having to get here at 6:30 a.m. Like, hey, I don't have to be here till 9:30. So yeah, I just have extra time in the morning to do like a whole routine of things that it's allowed me to be calm and come in here with the right mindset.
Fred, George, is there something that you can
Call
do
me
to?
Fred.
I was gonna say.
Dude, Peter called me Fred today too.
I was gonna say, as a veteran, can you?
Jeez Louise.
Are there things that you can do to freshen up your legs for these Thursday night quick turnarounds?
Ooh, that's a good question. If you're not dealing with anything like crazy and you just played like a big game, I would say two things that I love. I love the ice tub and I love BFR. You kind of hit it like Normatec boots, which is really nice. No free shout-outs. But I think the BFR does a really good job. And I mean, there are several guys in there using them today. And it's not something you do every single week, but you're just trying to get your legs up as best you can. He just called me Fred. I know we look similar. We both have beautiful smiles.
That's right. You guys are twins.
I know, I feel short when you call me Fred. Anything else? You guys good? Lovely.
Thanks, George.